Hello everyone, my name is Jamison, and we're finally doing the live stream now. Just waiting for people to get in here. So how is everyone doing? Unfortunately, I couldn't do a tarantula live feeding today because we don't have the crickets to do that because we didn't order them in time. So today we're just doing a little chit chat, and then probably maybe Wednesday or Thursday we'll be doing a bonus live stream where we'll be feeding Asterix and the other spider I have, and along with my other sister's spiders, to make sure they get fed and all that good stuff, because obviously they can't go like 3 weeks without having without being fed. So we're gonna do an extra bonus video just to make sure like they get fed, you guys get to watch it all, and it'll be really nice. Thing is, I still don't know how to view comments on this, so I'm probably gonna have to go to my laptop for that. My laptop's down here, so I might have to view comments here on my computer because I don't know how to view it on the phone. But yes, how is everyone doing? Unfortunately, no live feeding, but either Wednesday or Thursday, those 2 days, we'll be doing a live feeding just so everyone can watch Asterix be fed, especially with the phone, because I haven't done it with the phone before. I know that lots of people said that with the phone the quality's a lot better and I can move it around a lot well. So with the phone it'll be a lot more easier and you get to see a lot more close-ups and see Asterix very clearly, so it'll be absolutely amazing. Now I have to check comment notifications on this live stream with my computer because I don't know how to do it on the phone. Thank you. Yeah, it does say that you're watching, but it doesn't bring up comments for some reason. I don't know why. But yes, thank you for everyone joining. By the way, this is going on YouTube, so if you're watching on YouTube, this is a live stream. So if I'm talking to anyone or anything, responding to people, it's obviously people in the chat talking to me, asking me questions and stuff like that. Also, if you are on YouTube, you are free to subscribe and like the video. It's free, and you can always change your mind later. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. It's been a bit hectic with everything today because we've had a lot of issues, plumbing issues today, and it like an hour before this live stream we were having plumbing issues with the toilet, and I'm just like if this goes on for another hour I might not be able to do my live stream, but thankfully an hour later it's all sorted out. Oh gosh, I have to deal with this. There's so many like things I have to do at once. Because I have to check the comments with my laptop. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm glad that the whole live stream with the phone is working out better. I know with my laptop it was really difficult because obviously my laptop isn't the greatest, but the phone handles it pretty well. Also, I'll show you Asterix here, she's just over here. My little sister got a new spider. It's a wild spider, obviously, because we don't buy, like, those new spiders or anything like that. We buy, well, not buy, but we catch wild spiders that we find in our house. And so we put it in a little container. And so if I get rid of that notification, my substrate here is just all over halfway all over, like, everything here. Because I was dealing with it, and I need like a proper container to put all this in, so then I wouldn't have to worry about it. But right now it's just in the corner of my room with this as well, because this is what I used to spray down Asterix enclosure. But right now, that's where that is. That's coconut fiber I use for all things. I haven't had any bad experiences with coconut fiber. I know other YouTubers say that they have, but I haven't so far with Asterix, and it's been working really well. Also, here is Asterix. If I turn off the light. Look how cute she is! Oh, she is so adorable. Like, that is amazing, and you can finally see her so close up. Absolutely cute. And then this one, if I can find this one. Yeah, there you go. You can finally see this one. This is what this one looks like. I'm not entirely sure what species this one is. It is wild caught, but that is the species, as you can see. If anyone knows the species of that one, please do comment down below. I would love to know. But yeah, these are the two that I have as current. My sister, she has, from what I can think of, I think she has 4 now? She has 4 wild-caught catch spiders. And the reason why she catches them is because obviously my spider, well, tarantula, costs an absolute crap ton. And she wanted to have her own, because back in the day, we all used to be very terrified of spiders. Quite terrified, and it was absolutely hectic because we wouldn't be able to sleep in our rooms or anything like that whenever there was a single spider in there, no matter how small. And so when we eventually got my spider, my tarantula, that's when my little sister was like, oh, well, I want to have the same thing. And we all got really, like, welcoming to spiders and everything. And it was just great. Like, to have that understanding between humans and spiders is absolutely amazing. Yeah. The toilet did go a bit tipsy ways. We're not entirely sure what actually happened, to be honest, because what happened was, we're not sure where it came from, but, like, water was on the floor, from both the hallway to the bathroom. We're not entirely sure what caused it. We may think that it was leaking from the bottom of the toilet, or from the ceiling, because the ceiling was also wet as well. We weren't sure what all happened. We don't think the toilet just straight up exploded. If it did, but yeah. But we don't think that happened. But something caused it to happen, and we're not entirely sure what. So we're kind of just going through how to figure this out. Thankfully, all the water was cleared up. It was outside my door, which is not fun. But thankfully, it didn't come inside my door, because I do have a cat in here, and I do have other animals as well. So I can't really risk them getting any near that kind of stuff. Asterix is a beautiful, beautiful tarantula. She is absolutely beautiful. I love how I'm able to take the phone now and just go close up on her, because it is just amazing to see how close up I can do of her. Because I know that you guys will be able to see it, and will be able to see how actual stunning she is. I know I'm looking at my computer because there's the comments here. Look, I'll show you. The comments are here, and so I'm just staring at this the entire time because I feel like I'm talking to a person when I'm looking at the comments, but instead I really should be looking at the phone. But yeah, these are the comments. This is the comments I have so far. So yeah, whenever I get a comment, I'm just looking directly in that direction. So if you see me looking at that direction, it's just because I'm looking at the comments. But yeah, how has your week been so far? I know it's been an entire week since we've done a live stream. I always ask this every time because obviously an entire week you got 7 days to do what God knows whatever. So I want to know how your week went, what you did new, anything of the sort like that. What tarantulas, new tarantulas did you get? Any new tarantula setups, anything like that, any tarantula news, go ahead, comment down below. I would love to be able to hear about it, especially if you're on YouTube, you can go ahead and do that as well. I'll always read the comments, check them out, and definitely give my personal opinions on it and everything. Just ask me any questions as well, because I'll obviously ask them. Well, how do I pronounce this? I'll obviously answer them. There you go. I went on a really, really great ramble there, and I lost it immediately. Let me show you this comment, actually. Can you remember when I sent you these emojis, spiders, and you used to freak out, but you have overcome your fear of them now? Yeah, I have overcome my fear of them. I still obviously get a bit sketchy of spiders and stuff like that, because obviously I don't want them near me, but I do understand if there's a spider in the corner of my room, I'm not gonna freak out anymore. I'm just like, okay, well, it's there, you know? You keep in your corner and I'll keep in mine, mate. That's basically how it goes. But yeah, we all used to freak out about that in my entire family. Then when I got a tarantula, I looked after the tarantula, because obviously, for the past, I think, 2 years, or 3, maybe. I can't remember exactly, but 2 or 3 years, I've been watching tarantula videos and all that kind of stuff, and I've always been fascinated by them. And I've never found it in my heart to actually go to a spider and be like, hello, mate. But when I got Asterix, that was like a whole eye-opener of having my own tarantula. And that tarantula is a lot bigger and a lot feistier than an actual spider. Obviously, you will find spiders that are more aggressive than the certain type of tarantula you have, but at the same time, having a tarantula is going to grow a lot more bigger than you anticipate than just a spider. I know there are tarantulas that grow just about the size of your hand, but the one I have is a Brazilian black, so she's gonna grow a lot more than, you know, just the size of my hand. But she, yeah, everything, when we got her, everything changed. Like, my entire family would, like, take out spiders now whenever they were in the room. They wouldn't kill them anymore. And that was just, that entire thing just changed in a blink of an eye. And now when you look back on it, it's crazy and insane to think how we used to kill spiders whenever they're in the room and we would freak out about them. And now when I see someone freaking out about a spider, I'm like, it's just a spider. But I used to do the exact same thing as well, so it's pretty funny. It's actually hilarious how that works out. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. It does mean a lot to me that you guys do come and watch my live streams. Because right now there are 3 people watching, and it's absolutely amazing. So thank you guys for joining and taking a look at the tarantula community. Obviously, I made this community because I had asterisks, and I wanted me as a beginner to grow with my own community, not to join others and try and fit in. I wanted something that was mine, and thus I have created the tarantula community. And it has 100 members. It's absolutely insane how we have grown so fast over just such a little time, and I absolutely appreciate all of you. Like, it's absolutely insane how big the tarantula community is, and obviously I am in other tarantula communities as well, but they are not as awesome as you guys, because I know a lot of other tarantula communities, they always complain about how if someone posts a picture of their dead tarantula, like saying rest in peace and stuff like that, there'll be someone saying like how disrespectful it is to post something like that on social media. But again, if you would, it doesn't, how to say this is really difficult, but it is someone's pet that just died. I think I would, if my cat died, I would take a picture of my cat dead, and I would be like, you know, rest in peace, because it is a moment that is very, very important, and it is life-changing, to be honest, when you lose a pet like that, something that's so close to you. And I know a lot of other people who have pets but aren't that close with them, but still feel something. Even if it may not be that big, it's still something, and it's still family. You know, I see Asterix's family, I see Willow's family, my cat, I see Tuna's family, my gerbil. So all of that is just, it's important. And yeah, if someone doesn't want to see a dead tarantula, they can carry on through the post. They can ignore it. But instead, there are so many people out there who will hate on that post. Like when a mother posts a picture of their child's meal saying, look what my child is having, because there are mom groups out there. And they'll complain saying like, oh, you're underfeeding your child, when that child still gets food rather than nothing. And it's just, the nitpicking of everything is just ridiculous. And so I wanted a community where I could talk freely about everything, have honest opinions without rudeness, and just actually be understanding and respectful in every sort of way you can. And that was everything that I wanted, and I do have that with this group. Because with this group, everyone helps each other out, everyone is always trying to be so nice, and everyone shares their opinion with respectfulness. And that is amazing to me. I'm grateful for what I have in this group and for what you guys are. And I know it may just be a tarantula group, but a tarantula group is still important and absolutely great. You know, you're caring for animals, you're caring for things that people don't usually understand because they're afraid of them. And it's us who have overcome that fear and gone beyond with it. So yeah, I honestly love everything about it. It's absolutely stunning to realize it, you know? If you really think about it, it's absolutely amazing. Thank you. I really appreciate that I'm doing a great job. It's important to me that I be able to do this. So yeah, you guys make this possible. You guys make it possible that I can do this. But yeah, thank you guys. That was a little rant, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's basically it. I'll show you Willow now because he's all cute and stuff. Hello, boy. This is Willow, by the way, who I mentioned. This is my cat. He is a cute little boy. He's just laying on the bed right now. You a good boy? He's all tired. But yeah, live stream won't be, well, a live stream will be happening, it's happening right now, but a live feeding video will probably happen either Wednesday or Thursday, because I want to make that a statement, because I know a lot of people expected this to be a live feeding, which it isn't, I'm sorry. I know before I said it was going to be, and then we had no crickets arrive, and that was the problem with that. We needed crickets to feed Asterix and feed the other spiders. But unfortunately we don't have crickets this week, so either sometime next week on Thursday or Wednesday, if we get the crickets then, I'll do an extra bonus live stream, and then we could all just watch me freak out trying to feed Asterix. Because we all know how I react whenever I feed Asterix. I just freak out like a little chicken. But yeah, I'll show you Asterix again here real quick. For those who haven't seen her, for those who are new to the stream, look at her. She is so cute. She's absolutely adorable. She's still in the same position she was before, but like, look at her color. She is adorable. Like, that is, it's so cool. Also, her burrow is down here, by the way. She dug all the way down there. She did that all in one night. Like, I didn't expect that at all, but she's like dug all the way down there in one night. And it's absolutely amazing, to be honest. She's so cute, though. She's absolutely adorable. But yeah, that's basically her. I'm going to try and read back to the comments now, because I don't know how to read the comments on the phone. I'm the noob at phone stuff. But yeah, Asterix does? She looks like my little curly hair. Asterix is a Brazilian black, so she is, I guess somewhat close to being almost sort of like a rose hair, but she isn't a rose hair, clearly. But I picked Asterix, a Brazilian black, because a rose hair kicks hairs often more, and they have mood swings. So I decided to go with a Brazilian black because you can tell their mood swings a lot more easier, because their temperament is very easy to predict. So I would rather have a Brazilian black than a rose hair. Yeah, feeding live streams are amazing. Like, they're absolutely epic. When tarantulas are really small, they just look so identical. Like, their color and stuff, they just look so... Because they're... Obviously, when they grow up, eventually, their colors shine brighter. But when there's babies, their color barely shows. And so they kind of just look like regular other spiders and stuff like that. Not spiders particularly, but other smaller tarantulas. And that's why when you get a baby one, it's kind of hard to tell which species it is unless you know the specifics of what you're looking for. You can be like, oh, that one's a curly hair, that one's a rose hair, that one's a Brazilian black, that one's a baboon, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, Willow is a good boy. Willow is a cute little good boy. He's absolutely adorable. I should probably read out the comments and then my responses to them so everyone knows that I'm replying to a comment. Mary Jane said, he is always a good boy. Yes, he is always a good boy. He's a very good boy. Brenda Jacobs said, hi, Willow boy, you're a darling. Yes, he is an absolute darling. He's just over there chilling, absolutely sleeping the day away, like a usual cat does. Brenda Jacobs said, feeding to Asterix and others is awesome. Yes, it is. The actual takedowns of Asterix and the others is absolutely amazing. Yes, the other spiders are not as taking down as Asterix is, but they still give pretty good beatdowns because the other spiders are pretty reactive. They'll respond and they'll bolt and stuff like that. And so it's just really awesome to see how they respond to the food and stuff like that. Because I've had feeding sessions with other spiders without the live stream, and they've given such cool things. Like, you drop the cricket in and they'd immediately catch it, and it's absolutely amazing. I've had asterisks do that once, I think, if I can remember correctly. Which I think you guys for showing up. It means a lot. I'm honestly glad I could do this. I'm just watching myself right now. I meant to click on comments because I wanted to see the comments. Yeah, I'm just reading through the comments right now. It says there's 15 comments, yet it only shows me 4. Why you do this to me? Why you do this to me? Ashley's, when you first had her last June, she wasn't much bigger than a money spider. Now look at her, bless her. Yeah, she is. Oh my gosh. When I first had Asterix as a baby, she was smaller than my fingertip. She was smaller than this. She was so small. Like, she was just like laid a few days ago. And it was just absolutely insane how small she was. And I wish back then I actually realized that and actually picked her up then. Because she was so gentle and she was so kind. You know, like, she reacted so well to things. She didn't bolt once. And so when I put her in the enclosure, she was so good. Like, she was absolutely amazing. Like, she was extremely tiny, but at the same time, she was so good. Like, she was so tiny, but she had such good temperament, and I love that of her. And I hope she keeps that, because I really don't want to deal with an absolute streaming, rapid spider, well, tarantula, for my first tarantula. Like, that's just a bit much. Though it probably would make for good content. But at the same time, I don't want to risk losing her. So yeah, she is, when I wish I was able to, I took a picture of her with my dad's phone, but my dad's phone is really bad, so the picture of her where I first got her is pretty bad, and I don't know where that picture is now. I think it might still be on my dad's phone, but I could maybe one day show that picture. I don't know if I actually did show it before, but I maybe did, I don't know, I can't remember. But I wish I had like a really clear picture of how like small she was, because of how small she was absolutely so tiny. She was like a fly size. Absolutely a fly size. Absolutely adorable though. Like, she was so cute. And yeah. Unfortunately she didn't stay that small forever, but she is definitely grown up now. Like, she's how many times has she molted? She's molted at least like 4 times from what I can remember. And her molting, like, was a new experience for me, because when she first molted, I was like not expecting it at all. And then her second molt, I think her third molt, was when she actually started making a molting bed. And a molting bed is the first time she's ever webbed things up. She did webbing before in the past, but it wasn't that much. And now when she doesn't do any webbing anymore, unfortunately, because I would love to be able to see that. But her webbing now, I think the only kind of webbing she does is where she pats the ground down and she webs the floor up. That's the only thing I can remember of her doing. But the first time she ever made like actual webs was when she made her molting bed. And that was the first time I've ever seen her do that, because when she molted the other 2 times, I was like, okay, no molting bed. Then she did it the third time. And it was kind of strange. I was kind of like, okay, maybe she's just getting her part of the enclosure, making her den. And then I found out that she was actually just making it into a molting bed, and it was kind of an interesting thing. But yeah, it was definitely an experience witnessing her molt and everything, because I saw her molting. Because one day I woke up, I saw her molting, I was like, oh my lord. And then I waited a really long time for her, and then as soon as I came back upstairs, I noticed that she turned back upside down again. Well, right side up again, and that was so cool because I get to see her legs, her skinny little legs with no color on it, and I'm like, oh, it was so cute. Like, I'm pretty sure there's pictures of Asterix molts on the group. But, like, it was absolutely amazing to have witnessed that. I know a lot with you guys as well who own their own tarantulas and watch them molt. It's absolutely insane. It's so cool to be able to watch that. And just be like, your little baby is growing up. because Asterix was not the size she was right now. Like, she is so much bigger. Like, you can see her legs clearly. Like, you can see her butt. You can see her slight fangs. Like, the gap in between. Like, that is just amazing. What if I bring you here? She might run into a burrow, though. That's the only thing. Yes, those are, grass seeds that my cat knocked over. But yeah, look at her. Look how beautiful she is. Like, she is dug all this way. Like, look how amazing she is. Like, that is just incredible and adorable. Like, I can't wait till she gets bigger, because her getting bigger is going to be absolutely epic. Like, just seeing her get bigger is epic. Just look at that. Look how adorable she is. At least you guys now are able to actually get a proper good look at her, like, with the phone, because now I'm able to do it with the phone, and because I didn't realize beforehand, because I didn't think the phone was going to be able to handle live streams at all, but it has done so far, and it's absolutely great. I'm going to show you with Logan, because he's here. Hello. He's so cute. He's a little boy. Tiny little boy. But yeah, that's about it. I think that should do for the live stream. Thank you guys for showing up. I know it wasn't a live feeding, but it was a live stream nonetheless. I wanted to do a live stream regardless of feeding or anything like that, because I don't want to, like, break the whole, like, weekly live streams. So yeah, we did it today. And then maybe a bonus live stream Wednesday or Thursday whenever I get the crickets, and then we can actually do the feeding, which would be absolutely epic. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna end the live stream now. If you are on YouTube, please do like and subscribe. It's free. You can always change your mind later. And for those who are in the group, you can always just invite other people who you know who enjoy tarantulas, and or maybe hoping to have their own tarantula soon, or want to get more information about it. And for those who are still on YouTube, you can go down in the description. There's a link to the group, and you can join it. Just answer a few questions, and you can freely join the group. You can come chat with us, join us for our live streams, and yeah, have a bit of fun. But yeah, every fortnight we do live feedings. Today was supposed to be one of them, but we didn't have the crickets, so unfortunately that'll be next week. On Wednesday or Thursday, depending when the crickets come. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next live stream. Bye! Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been amazing. Thank you.